Let's break down the latest PoliWave federal election projections as of March 14th, 2025, province by province. Atlantic Canada has once again shown strong support for the Liberal Party of Canada, securing a total of 26 seats in the region. This outcome solidifies the Liberals' dominance in Newfoundland and Labrador, Prince Edward Island, Nova Scotia, and New Brunswick. Meanwhile, the Conservative Party of Canada has managed to claim 6 seats, making some gains, but still remaining far behind the Liberals. As for the New Democratic Party, NDP, the Green Party, GPC, and the People's Party of Canada, PPC, they have failed to win any seats, reflecting either a lack of concentrated support or strategic voting in favor of the two leading parties. This result suggests that Atlantic Canada continues to lean heavily toward the Liberals, reinforcing their influence in the region. However, the presence of Conservative victories indicates pockets of resistance and potential for future shifts. Quebec's election results paint a dynamic political landscape with no single party dominating outright, but clear trends shaping the province's representation in Parliament. The Liberal Party of Canada, LPC, emerges as the leading force, securing 38 seats, reinforcing its urban stronghold in key areas like Montreal. However, the Bloc Québécois, BQ, remains a powerful contender with 26 seats, demonstrating its continued appeal among Quebecers who prioritize provincial autonomy and Quebec nationalism. The Conservative Party of Canada, CPC, has also made an impact, capturing 13 seats, signaling growing support in some ridings, particularly outside major urban centers. The New Democratic Party, NDP, once a formidable force in Quebec, has been reduced to just 1 seat, reflecting a sharp decline from its previous successes in the province. Meanwhile, the Green Party, GPC, and People's Party of Canada, PPC, have failed to win any representation, struggling to gain traction among Quebec voters. This result highlights a diverse and competitive political landscape in Quebec, where the Liberals lead, but the Bloc Québécois remains a formidable opposition, and the Conservatives are making incremental gains. Ontario, Canada's most populous province, has delivered a highly competitive election outcome, with the Liberal Party of Canada, LPC, and the Conservative Party of Canada, CPC, running neck and neck in seat count. The Liberals have secured 61 seats, maintaining a slim lead and holding on to key urban strongholds like Toronto and the Greater Toronto Area, GTA. However, the Conservatives are right behind with 57 seats, reflecting a strong performance in suburban and rural Ontario, where voters have shifted towards their platform. The New Democratic Party, NDP, has struggled significantly in this election, winning only 3 seats, marking a sharp decline from past performances in Ontario. Meanwhile, the Green Party, GPC, has managed to secure 1 seat, a small but symbolic victory for their movement. As for the People's Party of Canada, PPC, and other independent candidates, they have failed to win any seats, indicating that their support did not translate into electoral success. This result makes Ontario a battleground province where both the Liberals and Conservatives are nearly tied in influence. The question remains, will this balance of power shift in the next election? The Prairies, comprising Manitoba, Saskatchewan, and Alberta, have once again demonstrated strong Conservative dominance, but with some notable inroads made by the Liberals and the NDP. The Conservative Party of Canada, CPC, has secured a commanding 18 seats, reaffirming its traditional stronghold in this region, particularly in rural areas and Alberta's energy-driven economy. However, the Liberal Party of Canada, LPC, has managed to capture 8 seats, likely concentrated in urban centers like Winnipeg and parts of Edmonton, where the party has historically found some support. The New Democratic Party, NDP, has secured 2 seats, a modest presence, but still an indication that progressive voices remain active, particularly in certain urban and labor-focused constituencies. Meanwhile, the Green Party, GPC, and the People's Party of Canada, PPC, have once again failed to win any representation in the region, struggling to gain traction among Prairie voters. With the Conservatives dominating, but the Liberals and NDP maintaining a foothold in key urban ridings, the political landscape in the Prairies remains firm yet slightly shifting. Will the next election bring further changes, or will the region remain a Conservative stronghold? Stay tuned for deeper insights into Canada's evolving political map. Alberta has once again proven to be a stronghold for the Conservative Party of Canada, CPC, delivering a dominant victory with 32 out of 37 seats in the province. This result reinforces Alberta's deep-rooted Conservative base, particularly in rural areas and energy sector-driven communities. The Liberal Party of Canada, LPC, has managed to secure just 3 seats, likely in urban pockets such as Calgary and Edmonton, where progressive policies have found some support. The New Democratic Party, NDP, has won 2 seats, maintaining a small but notable presence, especially in regions with strong labor and progressive voter bases. Meanwhile, the Green Party, GPC, and the People's Party of Canada, PPC, have once again failed to win any representation, indicating that their messaging has not resonated strongly with Alberta voters. With the Conservatives firmly in control, but some urban resistance from the Liberals and NDP, Alberta's political landscape remains largely unchanged. Will the province continue to be a Conservative stronghold, or will opposition parties gain momentum in future elections? Stay tuned for further insights into Canada's shifting electoral map. British Columbia has delivered a highly competitive election result with the Conservative Party of Canada, CPC, and the Liberal Party of Canada, LPC, in a tight race for dominance. The Conservatives have secured 22 seats, making key gains in rural and suburban areas where their economic and resource-driven policies resonate with voters. The Liberals are close behind with 20 seats, maintaining strong support in urban centers like Vancouver, where progressive policies and climate initiatives play a major role in voter preferences. Meanwhile, the Green Party of Canada, GPC, has managed to secure 1 seat, continuing its foothold in the province, particularly in environmentally conscious ridings. Surprisingly, the New Democratic Party, NDP, has been shut out, failing to win a single seat. An unexpected outcome for a party that has traditionally held influence in BC. The People's Party of Canada, PPC, and independent candidates have also failed to make electoral gains, indicating that their influence remains limited. With British Columbia emerging as a highly contested battleground, the competition between the Conservatives and Liberals is more intense than ever. Will this province continue to swing between the two major parties, or will we see a resurgence of the NDP? Now, let's analyze the national overview. The latest PoliWave federal election projections, as of March 14, 2025, reveal a highly competitive race, with no party securing an outright majority. The Liberal Party of Canada, LPC, leads the race with 157 seats, narrowly ahead of the Conservative Party of Canada, CPC, which has secured 149 seats. This tight margin highlights a deeply divided electorate, setting the stage for intense political maneuvering in the coming months. The Bloc Québécois, BQ, has maintained a strong presence in Quebec, securing 26 seats. This result reaffirms the party's ability to appeal to nationalist sentiments and push for Quebec's interests at the federal level. While they remain a regional player, their influence could be significant in a minority government scenario. The New Democratic Party, NDP, has suffered a disappointing result, winning only 9 seats across the country. This marks a significant decline from past performances, raising concerns about the party's ability to remain a strong progressive alternative to the Liberals. The loss of key ridings suggests that NDP voters may have shifted their support to the Liberals, particularly in provinces where the race was close between progressive candidates and conservative challengers. The Green Party of Canada, GPC, has managed to retain 2 seats, reflecting a small but dedicated voter base. However, their limited presence suggests that environmental concerns alone are not driving a major electoral shift at the national level. Meanwhile, the People's Party of Canada, PPC, has once again failed to secure any seats, indicating that its populist and libertarian message has not gained enough traction to translate into electoral success. While the party may have influenced certain policy debates, it remains on the fringes of the political landscape. With the Liberals falling short of a majority, Canada is heading for another period of minority government, where negotiations and alliances will be crucial for passing legislation. The Liberals may look to the NDP or Bloc Québécois for support on key issues, while the Conservatives will likely continue to challenge the government in an attempt to gain ground before the next election. This fractured parliament reflects a country divided along regional and ideological lines, with Ontario and Atlantic Canada backing the Liberals, the West remaining solidly conservative, and Quebec continuing to support the Bloc alongside the Liberals and Conservatives. Moving forward, all eyes will be on party leaders and their ability to build coalitions, as well as the potential for another election in the near future if political instability increases. One thing is certain: Canada's political landscape remains as competitive as ever.